droit beneath the stars and shine under the moonlight sky, and we can dance all night. Open your curtains wide beneath the stars and shine under the moonlight sky, and we can dance all night. All night. Hey, I see a pretty bib, that's a burning boot.
Hi guys, so today I'm here with a review for you, and that review is of Guilty Pleasures by Laurell K. Hamilton. This was a buddy read with myself and Rob from Rob's Reading Roundup. I read this a couple of weeks ago now. It's taken me a little while to get around to recording a review. I've been all over the place. And I read it on my Kindle, so I don't have a physical copy to show you, but this is what the cover looks like. And this was published first in 1993, so it's gone through a lot of cover changes. I think this is just the most recent cover for the series. And yeah, this is the first book in the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter novels. It's quite a large series. I think it's edging towards 20 books, if not more than that now, I think. And it was one that I had heard of before but had not really considered to pick up, and then Rob suggested that we choose it for a buddy read pick, so I said yes. And it's described as like a horror novel, and I don't know if I'd go quite as far as to say that it's horror. I don't think there's anything in it that's truly horrific by today's standards, or at all really. It's more of a paranormal urban fantasy, and I did enjoy this book. I really liked Anita. She's quite young. I think she's 24, but she's a complete kick-ass heroine. She gets herself into these situations. She protects others. She's basically an animator, which in this world, this alternative sort of America, she raises the dead, and this is quite normal for there to be zombies. People raise the dead so that they can ask people questions, and they're actually used in court, and then they get laid back to rest. And this is sort of what she does, but as a sideline she also hunts vampires. Vampires are well known. They have like sort of their own church. They have their sort of fans and followers, and also the people that dislike them. It's a bit like True Blood in that way. Some people love the vampires, some people hate the vampires. She has killed vampires in the past, but now there's a string of vampire murders, and basically the sort of top 5 most powerful vampires, or top 3 or something, they want to hire Anita to find out who is killing these vampires. At first she tries to refuse, and they basically force her hand to make her find out who is killing these vampires. There's also a vampire by the name of Jean-Claude, who is sort of trying to do something to Anita. He's basically trying to make her into his servant. There's a whole process in which vampires can turn humans into not vampires but into their human slaves. And I really liked the premise of this book. I really liked where it was going. I think I would have liked it more if I had read it a while ago. When it comes to sort of vampire novels and urban fantasies, things of this genre, I'm a really, really big fan of Lara Adrian and J.R. Ward, and they are sort of my just my favourites. If I'd read this before I'd read them, I think I would have loved it a lot more, but I just didn't think it reached the bar set by those authors that I like so much. And knowing as well in the back of my head that it's such a big series, I'm there thinking, am I invested enough in this to read like 20 odd books in this series? I wasn't sure. I really did like Anita. I liked as well how she is as if she's talking to you some of the novel, as if she's quite quirky, but I really liked as well how she never hid the fact as well that she got scared. It wasn't like she was invincible, she's not scared of anything. She was realistic enough to know the situations that she was in and be scared, particularly with sort of the master vampire, the grand vampire. She knew that it would be silly not to be scared of her. Another thing, if you don't like romance in your sort of vampire paranormal books, this one would be quite a good one for you to read, because there is like no real romance in it whatsoever. I think that there will be sort of relationships develop as the series go on, but as a first book, there's no instant love, there's no romance, it's not a kissing book, to quote The Princess Bride. So I think that people would like it for that reason. I did like the different paranormal creatures. I like that you saw vampires, that you did see zombies. You also saw ghouls, and you also saw shapeshifters. So it was a nice array, and I think that would be developed in other books. You get to see more of different paranormal creatures. And there was also another vampire hunter in this book called Edward. I'd like to see more of him, I think, see what happens with him. All in all, I did enjoy it. A great indicator was during the time that I was reading this, I actually did pause it to pick up another book that had just come out that I was going to be part of a blog tour for. I never do that. I never stop reading a book, say halfway through, to read another book, even if it's a book that I've been dying to come out, even if it's one I want to read next. I never stop what I'm reading to read the next one. I don't know if that's an indication of my enjoyment level of this book, or just how excited I was for the other book. I think it might be a case of half and half. I did enjoy this one, but not as much as I would have really liked to. I just don't think, while I did enjoy it and I liked aspects of the world, I didn't think it was anything particularly stand out, anything particularly amazing that blew me away. It was an okay read. I would consider picking up the next book, I think. If I really was stuck and didn't know what to read, I might consider picking that up, but it's not one that I'm running out to get because I can't wait to read it, if that makes sense. I'm really torn with my rating of this one. I'm thinking 3 out of 5 stars for this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Rob thought of this one, and I'll see you all soon. Happy reading, guys.